Welcome to Paul and Andy's podcast.
Hello.
It's February.
It is already.
Where's January gone?
I don't know. It went really quick this year.
It did, and I'm putting on a perky kind of voice because I don't really feel very perky because I've had a bit of a bug, as you know, a bit of a chest infection. So I might be coughing through this, but it does make you stop, doesn't it, when you get a chest infection or any infection, really?
Well, yeah, but you know, we're at this time of life now where you get a chest infection and you don't fall over, you have a fall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't had any falls.
Oh, right, well, that's
Not
good.
yet.
But you've had the chest infection.
I've had the chest infection.
Yeah.
The first one in several years, and it was a bit of a surprise and a bit inconvenient. But, of course, once you're laid out on your back in the middle of the night coughing with your missus in the spare room,
Yeah.
there's no one else to talk to or to listen to apart from the Almighty, should you believe in him. And if you don't believe in him, who are you listening to? And what are they saying? Because you need to be very careful.
Yeah, don't listen to your own brain. There lies madness.
Well, thank you. I am. You know, I've got a certificate to prove it. I am bipolar, and I don't care who knows it. In fact, it's become quite fashionable, being bipolar.
Has it really?
It's been quite fashionable being alcoholic as well, isn't it?
I wouldn't ever say being alcoholic is fashionable, but I guess a lot of mental illness, if you want to call it that, is... by fashionable, you mean everybody's got one?
Well, people are sort of, stars are jumping on the bandwagon.
Well, they are, yeah, but
rehab and.
But that's fine because they are just normal people at the end of the day that just happen to be on television and get paid too much. That's all. That is the main difference. They're just ordinary people like you and me, and get chest infections, have falls, and get ill. So I'm not really bothered and interested in any celebrity and their woes in life. I'm just cracking on with mine.
And you've been getting things off your chest on Facebook, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
Posts. Yeah. You seem to be taking a dim view of the BBC and their journalistic integrity.
Well, yes. Because, I don't know. I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It's when you no longer work there, you watch TV news in a different way because you don't know the backstory to how the programme got on air. You look at it very naively. And just looking at it, I think, why on earth are they doing this story? It's not news. It's, there's plenty of news out there. They just don't seem able to go and get it. Now, whether that's something to do with money and they haven't got enough people working in the building, because the BBC has always been cut back in the regions year after year after year. And, whether it's to do with that, I don't know. But there's tons of stories out there at the moment, and they don't seem to be really doing much about it. I'll give you an example. Plymouth City Council, nearly £1 billion in debt at the moment, which is quite a lot for a local authority. Who's asking questions about that? Nobody. The local newspapers don't bother anymore because they're hardly really worth the paper that they're printed on because they've been cut back because there's no money in local news apparently. Advertising's all gone onto the internet, so they can't make money out of advertising. And because of that, local TV news, BBC especially, and certainly ITV as well, they haven't really got any agenda. I don't know what they're driven by. They seem to... Their news agenda seems to be whatever involves the path of least resistance. So there's very little investigative journalism going on. What's happening to all the money in Plymouth that people pay in council tax? Where's it going? They're not asking these questions.
Well, what are they doing then? Because there are still people there, and there's a new team at BBC South West called the Investigations Team.
Well, I haven't seen anything that they've done.
What are they investigating?
I don't know, because I haven't seen anything that they've investigated. But then, to be fair to them, investigations, as you know, take a very, very long time to put together, to get legal and all that sort of stuff. So to bring an investigation to the wicket takes, a good 9 months probably, if it's worth its salt. But just in terms of news, asking questions about, how can we stop the shoplifting epidemic? This isn't just a local issue, this is all across the whole country. Why are there so many Turkish barbers in streets in Britain? Do a proper investigation into this stuff rather than doing stories about people who, I don't know, easy hits, people who have complained to Derriford Hospital because their hip replacement went wrong.
With car park charges.
Yeah, or that sort of stuff.
I think there's a fear. It seems to me you and I are a bit outspoken, hence we're doing a podcast. We're outspoken, we say what we think, we're passionate about our views, and that seems to be denuded from the BBC, nationally and locally, where they feel they can't ever adopt a stance which might put their head above the parapet, because their head will be blown off.
Yeah, but that's the job of a journalist, is to actually make a difference and to question people and hold them to account in a way that other people can't. And that's what I was always taught, is to never believe anything anybody tells you and ask them more questions. And they don't seem to be doing that. So I'm thinking, well, what's the point of them being there? There isn't one, really.
Well, where's it been controlled from?
Well, presumably from Birmingham. That's where the head of nations and regions sits. And this is not just about BBC in the Southwest, it's about every BBC region. But I would imagine that because the BBC's charter is up for renewal next year, I would imagine everybody's trying to be well behaved and not rock any boats at the moment.
Yeah, well, that's what it seems like. So what will happen when the charter comes up for renewal? What do
I
you
don't
think
know.
will happen?
I think it'll get renewed, but the BBC will get told that the licence fee's got to go.
Yeah.
And I think that makes sense in this day and age when you've got streaming services. And
so you'll subscribe to BBC News then, will you? Or
yeah, well,
how will it work?
Yeah, well, they're talking about bringing a radio licence in like the old days. Do you remember?
No.
A
radio
Neither do
licence?
I. Yeah. Before television was invented, there used to be a radio licence you used to have to get if you listened to the radio. A bit like having a dog licence. If you had a dog, they should bring that back as well.
I agree.
And I think the licence fee will get carved up. So there'll be subscription services, one for radio, probably one for television, and
you can get a bundle of them for a very good deal, that sort of thing.
Probably, and you'll get BBC Plus. It'll be where you pay more money to enjoy countless episodes.
So where will Strictly be?
Casualty.
Strictly or Bake Off, or all those popular shows?
Well, Bake Off's on Channel 4 or Channel 5 for a start off. But Strictly and Traitors will be their lost leaders. They'll be the bottles of milk in the supermarket that the supermarket sells cheaper than it buys for because it gets people through the door. And they know that those are the big ticket ones. But big drama series like Line of Duty, example, will be on BBC Plus, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all very London-centric still, isn't it?
I know
a lot of it's been moved to Manchester, to Salford.
Yeah, but they can do that, but the bosses are still in London.
Yeah.
And that's how they think.
Yeah.
And the people in Birmingham and Manchester only do what the people in London say. Yeah. So it doesn't matter, unless the DG lives somewhere like Plymouth, and I have applied for the job, by the way, before you ask.
Okay.
Then it won't change.
Yeah.
You need somebody to be at grassroots level, not, swanning in, earning more than the Prime Minister, and just not being in touch with real people.
So if you get the job, obviously you'll do it for half the price.
I've said in my application form I don't expect to be paid more than the Prime Minister.
Okay, well I'll vote for Andy Breer then.
And I'll be based in Plymouth.
Okay, well I don't think you'll be able to be. You see, so many decisions need to. Well,
what do you mean I won't be able to be? I'm the DG.
But you still have to be. You still have to jump through hoops, whether you're the DG or even the Prime Minister. You still have to behave in a certain way, unless you're the President
of
the United States.
Who says I've got to behave in a certain way? I'm only talking about my behaviour will be impeccable, and I will just work out of Plymouth. If they want me to come to London, I will catch a train and go to London for a meeting. But we've got video conferencing now. We've got telephones. I've got emails. I don't need to be at these meetings.
Okay. Right.
They can ring me up and have a chat with me, or they can come down to Plymouth if they can find it and don't end up in Portsmouth.
Well, how will the people be in Macclesfield or up in Leeds or Edinburgh? How will they?
Well,
feel
I'll go
about...
and see them occasionally,
Right.
but they'll know that they can ring me at any time. I'll give them my mobile number, and I'll definitely go to Salford more often because I can pop in and see my mum and dad.
Okay,
because they're nearby.
that's not unreasonable.
Yeah, but I'll give you a job as well.
Thank you very much. I look forward to that. Now, I've been to London recently. I had a reunion of a television series that I worked on. I was assistant director on, and it was 30 years ago.
Gosh,
it was a long time ago.
It wasn't Surprise, was it?
It wasn't in black and white either. It was a TV series called No Sweat, and it was based. The concept was like the Monkeys. Remember the Monkeys?
I remember
Hey,
this.
the Monkeys. They built a TV series around it. So boy band.
Yeah.
Make them make sort of plots and storylines around them, and do a series of, I think we did 6 or 8.
Yeah.
And we shot it at Ealing Film Studios. It was a great gig. It was very hard work, and not an easy marriage between the world of TV and the world of music.
Right.
Especially when you've got some of the managers who are weird and dictatorial, and it's not a happy marriage. However, we did have a very nice meal in Joe Allen's, which is the Lovey's restaurant in Leicester Square, and 8 of us got together, and it was a really nice time to sort of go, goodness me, was it really 30 years ago? But I hadn't been up to London for 20 years, 15 years, and certainly not into London itself. And so I decided I wouldn't drive, I would take the train.
Yeah.
I hadn't been on a train for equally that number of years as well. And of course, train travel's completely changed. It's now
late.
Well, before you hit us with a tirade of what's wrong with rail travel, compared to what it used to be, it is clean, it is tidy. The trains that I ran on time. There was a good buffet service. It was extra. There's places to plug your mobile in.
Oh yeah.
It was just nice. It was just love. Why am I ever going to drive to London or anywhere like that again? I'm going to buy a rail card and do that. And when you get to London, of course, living in sleepy South Devon, and I was raised in. I spent all my misspent youth in London town, on the buses, on the tubes, walking around, working, all sorts of stuff.
For that Fagin man,
I am.
You worked for him, didn't you?
I am quintessentially a London boy, and I could speak London.
Of course you are.
Going back there after 20 odd years,
Yeah.
It was like, well, there's rickshaws there now.
Yes,
they have rickshaws.
They've had them for ages.
They have rickshaws that are lit up at night with LED technology, because LEDs are. It seems that I've been living in a time warp and then gone back, and it was like, and the number of people. I mean, it's beyond scary.
Yeah.
Because if you go down Kingsbridge 4 Street, you might see a total of 80 people.
Yeah.
In total over a period of an hour.
Yeah.
There, it's something like 8,000. I mean, Paddington Station was like something else. It was just all these people, like ants buzzing around, all these people.
Did you say strike a light?
No, why would I say that?
Strike a light!
No, nobody's ever said that. That's just a myth. It's like the fog, like the Americans think we used to have. Oh, you have smogs in London, don't you? I'll try my American accent.
That was Australia.
It was, wasn't it? I'm not well. Well, it could be in Australia. You have smogs in London, don't you, Cobber? No, we don't have smogs. We haven't had them since 1956.
Did you say call blimey, Governor?
No,
there's a lot of people around here.
I didn't have jelly deals.
Oh, right.
My father used to love jelly deals.
Yeah.
Have you ever had them?
No. Did you have pie and mash?
No, I do have pie and mash.
Right.
But,
right.
Anyway, it was a wonderful opportunity to reacquaint myself with London, and I couldn't honestly wait to come home afterwards.
Well, apparently, Tom Cruise has moved out of London, you know.
Yeah, was that for tax reasons?
I don't know, but he said it was because the jewellers opposite his flat got broken into, and in broad daylight.
Right.
Some blokes with a hammer. He said it's become too violent for him to live there.
I think I might have seen him. Did he have a Pickford's van? Because I saw somebody that looked like him moving a piano down a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
It could have been Tom, couldn't it?
It could have been.
Well,
was he very small?
And then he was on a box, as they put a box down so we can move the piano.
Yeah, that'll be him.
Yeah.
That'll be him.
It was quite a small piano. I think it had been scaled down.
But it's become a very violent. But then the rest of the world has as well.
Oh, no,
I don't think
London's
apparently
not. London is less violent, according to Sadiq Khan, the mayor.
Oh, right.
And statistics. They say that knife crime and all those.
Which planet is he on? Does he live in London?
Well, I'm only going on what the statistics say.
He wasn't talking about London Apprentice in Cornwall, was he?
I'm only going on what the statistics say.
Right.
It's like people. Some people say immigration into the boat. People.
Right.
Immigration is down. It's falling. It's fallen month on month for the last year.
Right.
So yes, might still be boats arriving, and I'm not trying to have a go at reform people. You've got a right to your beliefs, but you haven't got a right to them. So it's statistics, isn't it? So London statistically is a safe city compared to, for instance, New York.
Yeah, but New York's
Minnesota.
That's not a great comparison because the bar's quite
They're
low.
capital cities.
They've got guns in America. Of course, it's violent.
It's all a bit of a nightmare. I mean, in fact, up the road, you and I were talking about it, weren't we? There's been an audacious raid. Audacious, that sounds very pretentious. It's been a blimmin' awful raid on a co-op, a big co-op store, where in the middle of the night before last, they stole, I think it was in Cornwall, one of those teleporter things that they're like industrial forklifts, like tractors with forklifts.
Tractors with forklifts.
Took it up to the co-op in Plimpton and smashed a hole in the wall, a bit like Fred Flintstone would.
Yeah.
Demolishing all 800 bricks. Took the cash point machine out.
Yeah.
Broke it up. Took the money and off they went.
They're going to be really cross when they get that home.
Well, because there's no money in it. It hadn't been loaded up.
If it has got money in it, if you break into it, it dyes all the money automatically.
Does it?
Yeah, it squirts ink all over
Is that
it.
why you've got those red?
It took me ages to get rid of those.
Been scrubbing them all night.
You can't get it off.
But it's like this big cartoon-like hole. You think,
yeah,
and people didn't hear it apparently.
Well, I don't believe that. They must have heard something.
Do you think they were in on it?
Well, probably. I
It's
don't know.
40 quid for you to keep quiet.
I don't know. I don't think cash machines carry that much money these days. Do people still use cash machines? I don't know.
Do you use cash for anything?
Not a lot, no. I try and, I mean,
What about your Turkish barber?
I don't go to a Turkish barber.
Oh, okay.
But he only takes cash, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The machine's broken.
Used notes.
The machine's broken.
But apparently he cleans the money, so I've heard. So,
Well, he cleans the dye off it.
Probably. I don't know much about this sort of thing.
Well, you should do. You're an investigative reporter. This is what's happened to the slide in BBC standards.
Well, I don't work for them anymore.
Have you given up all your standards as well?
Well, no, I haven't. I maintain my standards, but I applied for the DG's job, so I want to go and be in charge. Because I think I've got some good ideas. And I've also got a concrete way of funding the BBC without the need for a licence fee.
A concrete way?
A brilliant way.
Is it dealing in aggregates?
No, it doesn't involve concrete, but a really fantastic, solid way, because I've given it a lot of thought.
Do you want to share that with us?
No, I don't, because somebody will pinch it.
Oh, well.
But if they make me DG, I'll implement it. It'll be really fair.
Let's hope that you get the job.
Yes, let's hope
I think you've got the job for doing more radio, actually, because I think you've got a good voice for radio.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Well, I was listening to Radio 4, as you do.
BBC Radio
and there's some
4.
very strange accents that have now...
Have there? I don't know.
Well, I tip I say strange. It shows...
Welsh.
I remember Alvar Liddell.
Liddell.
Now, then the good old days when the Radio 4 announcers used to say, coming up next is The Archers.
And I remember Brian Perkins.
Yeah, Brian Perkins.
Brian Perkins.
That's very good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now the shipping forecast.
Yeah. Well, now you've got Vigialis.
Vigialis is Welsh.
Sounds like a pessary you put on ladies' front bottoms.
Hello, Vigialis.
I know. Is that rude to say that?
I don't know.
Or a special
Vigialis.
pecker improver.
I never thought. I can't even. Can't listen to his name anymore without thinking about that. So thanks very much.
But yeah, he's got a very
deep voice.
Yeah.
And also, what's his name? The Caribbean guy. What's his name? I'll come to me in a moment.
Right.
I can't remember his name.
No, I know who you mean.
Yeah, but he's got a great voice, hasn't he?
And then there's a lot of Welsh and Scottish people crept in. It's a sort of nod to the region.
There's Charles Carroll. He's Scottish.
Charles Carroll speaks back in his his voice.
This is Charles Carroll.
This is Charles Carroll.
This is Charles Carroll.
Get the voice to
Come to the front of your mouth there, Charles. Yeah, I can't help but when he goes, Woody Woodpecker. Now that's going to be in your psyche, isn't it?
God.
So who's this? Who's the,
You're ruining Radio 4 for me
what's
now.
his name? What's his name?
What's his face?
It's Caribbean.
He's a guy, and now the news with thingy. Go on.
It's Neil.
Neil Nunes. That's it.
Neil
Nunes.
Oh, I thought it was Nunes.
Neil Nunes.
As in Peter
Neil
Nunes.
Nunes.
Yeah, there's he's got a rich chocolatey voice.
Yeah, he
very
could.
much down there.
Yeah, very good.
I know.
Bit Darth
coming
Vader.
up later. Yeah. Well, maybe we should get Darth Vader to read it. Anyway, yeah. Talking about that, talking about accents and things.
Mm-hmm.
Is it difficult for our Google or our Alexa? Is it difficult for them to understand accents?
Yes. It's the biggest problem with voice recognition software.
Is it?
It's because of accents, and the nuances in accents are very, very slight, so that it's really, really difficult to replicate and to recognise words. And that's why voice recognition software in this country is so bad. They had so many problems with it. They can't let
because of the accents.
Yeah, because of the accents and the regional dialects,
right.
And people pronounce things so not badly, differently.
Mm.
So for example, in Yorkshire, you get a lot of H's missing off words, and I'll have to go to shops and stuff like that. And can you wait while I go to to bank?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Exactly, because half the words are missing, so of course it's going to play up. So it's one of the major reasons why voice recognition software has been so slow.
It's also the reason why there's not many call centres in Yorkshire.
True, although...
happen you've got a problem, have you? What's the nature of your problem?
Yeah. And
don't
worry about it, it'll be right.
It'll be
put
right
phone down. Put phone down.
Have a cup of tea.
Have a cup of tea, I'll
That'd be
sort
lovely.
you out.
Well, they don't have any in Birmingham either.
No, it's
Because
Liverpool is the one that's the most trusted, apparently.
I think it's the North East.
I
isn't
can't
it? I don't
believe
think
it's
Liverpool
Geordie.
Geordie's very trustworthy.
Geordie's
and
very
Scottish,
trustworthy and Scottish.
but not Liverpool.
No, you say...
I tell you what, just give me the number of your bank account,
Yeah.
and I'll have you ripped off in seconds.
Yeah. Give us it.
Give us it now.
Give us it.
Count your fingers. But North East is definitely trustworthy. They do sound dependable. What about Northern Irish?
Yeah, I suppose so. Although anybody that's lived, whenever I hear a Northern Ireland proper Ulster accent, I always, I just hark back to the 1970s, and I just think of all that.
Ian Paisley,
because it's such a hard accent, isn't it?
It's very hard.
And all I can think about is hate when I hear that accent.
But they're lovely people.
They're lovely people. Don't get me wrong, but it's just the accent. I can just think
it's very harsh.
It's a very harsh, abrasive. And I don't know. It's just some people might say ugly accent, but then you've got Southern Ireland, which I think is beautiful accent.
Beautiful. Very soft and like
very soft, and it's almost like music. It's like Welsh. It's very lyrical.
Yeah. What about Lise Ducet?
Lise Ducet. Well, I can't work out where she's from.
Well, she's from. I think she was born in Canada and then has been around lots of different places. Because I have seen an article that explained why she's got the accent she had. But it's so kind of like squirreled, and it's like her mouth isn't actually communicating with the rest of her brain.
It's like somebody's put her through a mangle.
Yeah,
her voice.
Very good.
Give us your voice. I'll give you a mangle. I'll be fine.
Given a life to the BBC,
totally. Great journalist,
incredible correspondent, but you suspect that. I don't know. What does she do in her spare time?
I don't know, but you know that there's problems if she's wheeled on to the 10 o'clock news, don't you? If she's in the studio, there's something bad going down.
Do you think she gets a phone call that says, Lise, drop what you're doing. Yeah, I know you're in Palestine, but can you get over to Russia now? Because there's,
all sorts of stuff kicking off.
You don't invite her to your party.
No. Well, I don't know. She's probably a lovely woman.
Yeah, she probably is.
I bet she's got a cat.
I don't think she'd have a cat, would she?
Oh,
Never
yeah.
there.
Oh,
Be
yeah, well,
a dead cat.
I would imagine she gets back.
She's got a cat sitter.
Yes. She's probably got a nice neighbour.
Is it a white one that she strokes?
No. It's an independent tabby cat, I would imagine. That's used to coming in on its own. She probably bought one of those timer feeders for it, but then after about 3 weeks, it kind of ran out of food anyway.
We had a timer feeder once for a cat that we had in a previous life, and I was forever worried that the cat would be lurking right by it the moment that the flap went up like that. It would knock itself out.
It'd only do it once.
Yeah. The cat's not eating anything. Oh, that's
you.
That's me, and it's time to finish, Andy.
Okay.
That's what the bell means.
Oh,
time to wrap up this podcast.
Oh, right.
And who on earth thought we would finish by talking about Lise Ducet's cat?